record this to the device. Okay. Okay, it's been recorded. And if you are a bachelor student, you can't remember all the 3 years, subjects. I know that. Okay. So then you can mention about your first year's modules, or if you are doing a foundation course, then you can mention about the foundation programs. Give me a second, I'll put the AC on. Your foundation programs modules at least, and you should know how many modules you have to study each year, at least 6 or 8. And if you know the first year numbers and you know the number of modules that you have to study, which is fine. Okay. But if you're a master's guy, no excuse for you. Okay. Okay. Next question is, what do you plan to do after you have completed your studies? Okay. Straight answer. This answer must be like that. Upon completion of my studies, I will return to Sri Lanka. Okay. So I'll return to whichever the country that you are living. Okay. I have students from various countries and across the world. So you'll be returned to your own country. Okay, that's how you should start the answer. Okay, so it doesn't matter you stay in the UK, or it doesn't matter you apply for a sponsored jobs. It doesn't matter you do PhD. It doesn't matter you disappear. That's not my problem. Okay, but you have to tell that this answer in this way. What will be your short-term goals? Okay, so short-term goals, mid-term goals, I'll explain to you. Short-term goals is something that you want to achieve within first once you graduate within first 2 years. Okay. Midterm goals are the goals that you want to achieve from 3 to 5 years. Okay. And the long-term goals are something that you want to achieve 5 years and beyond. Okay. You got to be very specific with these things. Okay. So you can say that I'm going to return to my Sri Lanka and I'm going to start as an intern. Okay. With so and so companies. And then after 5 years, I want to be a senior manager with my experience and so on and so forth. It has to be some sort of a realistic answer. Okay. And then the next question is, number nine, I'm referring to number nine in the question list. Okay. What jobs you will be planning to apply after you complete your studies? Okay. Very, 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 very important, because I have read a refusal in last year in which the home officer has asked what jobs you will be doing on once you graduate. The student has told that I'm going to be an accountant in Bangladesh in Unilever. Okay. And then the visa officer has asked, from where did you find this information? On which website? Okay. And what was the salary which was advertised for? Okay. And did you contact the company? Okay. And the student has bluffed all these answers. He or she has not actually check anything with regard to the accountant position available in the Maldives. Fair enough, no? Fair enough. Because you are coming to UK spending millions of rupees, not thousands or millions of rupees to study. Why you want to study? To get a good career, to get a white collar job. Okay, then you should know what I'm studying and what will be my future career, where I am going to get hired, what jobs are available, which companies has advertised, which are the websites, LinkedIn, Top Jobs, okay, Indeed, and those sources, or maybe the respective company's website. When I mean, you have to be very realistic. That's why I'm telling you have to do this research. If you do this research, you are not going to fall into a trap. Okay. But if you don't do this research, you have no freaking clue about what you are talking. And the visa officer is a very smart guy. He will click that. And then he will keep on asking the questions on same topic, not like in credibility into whether you answer for this question or not. It will move to the next question because it's AI. Okay. Home officer is visa officer is not that kind of, he's a human being. Okay. The moment see that you are in trouble, he will enjoy that conversation with you. Okay. So this is what I'm telling you, very practical thing. Do a research. Okay. How much is salary? Okay. View very realistic salaries. Okay. For example, developer in Sri Lanka, your salary might be 300,000. Tell in rupees always. Huh? Don't tell that my salary will be in 250 pounds in Sri Lanka. Okay. 1 lakh is 250. It's not a big thing. Okay. And they will think that this bugger is coming to UK, spending, 20,000 pounds for his courses. He's going to go back to Sri Lanka and get only 250, pound salary. He's a pity guy. I should not let him waste his money. Stamp, gone. When has our money, but that is how they think. Okay. So next question is, when did you complete and what did you study? Okay. So for which qualification did you complete? O level, A level, bachelor's degree, name it. I have completed bachelor's degree in computer science at Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology in 2017. and then I have got 2.67 GPA. Okay, that kind of a specific class, a qualification ko hede kare, muqaddar kare, GPA ka muqaddar, or then you can hire a couple of modules of favorite subjects. So if you got awards, distinction for some subjects, make it. Okay, so then the visa officer know that you know what you are, you know what you are doing, you know what I have been. Those things will be there in his mind. Okay. And then what you have been doing since you complete the last qualification. Okay. So since you graduate, if you are a graduate in the last year, probably you might not be working. Okay. Then you can say that I have graduated on 2024 December. So I have been preparing myself to go to the UK ever since. So I have done IELTS, so I have done something. You can just sort of prepare sort of answer. Otherwise, if you have been employed, which jobs you have been employed? Okay, especially if you have a long gap, long academic gap. That means you have done your bachelor's degree in 2015, and now it's after 10 years to apply for studies. Then you have to prepare a solid answer. Which companies you work, from which date to which date you work, what were your responsibilities? Okay, and what you have done. And if you are not employed, why you are not employed? If you are not employed, please talk to me. So we have to build up a very diplomatic answer because they are going to look at you very negatively if you are unemployed. I mean, not the precast, but the visa officer. Okay. So in the precast, you can say what you have, whatever you have mentioned on your CV, you can say in the precast. It's not going to be a big issue. But if you are not employed for last 5 years and eating from your proper like income come from your coconut state or from parents, okay, talk to me, then I'll tell you how to prepare your answers. Okay. Uh, next question is, where is the money coming from you to pay your tuition fee and the living expenses? Very, 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 very important. Okay. You can say that I have been working since 2015 for last 10 years, and I have saved my money in a separate account, which I am going to use for my study purpose as well as to cover up my living expenses. Otherwise, if you are not employed, you can say that I have saved sufficient money. So my parents are employed in so and so jobs, so and so sectors, and so, and then they have saved sufficient money, and then I'm going to use this money uh, during my study period for my study as well as for my expenses. Okay. Till that, always the money has been there in the account for more than 6 months, and because they are not going to check your financial documents in the credibility interview. Okay, so it doesn't matter you say about the financials and where it is available and how long it has been, but give a solid answer. Indicate that you have been saving this money or your parents has been saving money from their jobs. Give some sources, jobs, rental income, property income, okay, inherited money, okay, selling gold and jewelries, selling vehicles, that is not a problem, okay. Try to give some sources, but if you're not very sure about what sources that you're going to give, please talk to me during the one-to-one sessions, okay, and then you can prepare your answers in that way. Okay, so question number 13 is, do you have family members that rely on your financial support? Of course, say no. Okay. But don't stop saying no. You can say that my parents are pensioners. They are not going to ask the pension certificate. Okay. Or they are real estate owners. They have rental income. They are completely independent. They are completely free. They are like completely having their own income. Okay. Because they are pensioners. They have rental income. They have individual properties. They have EPF, ETF, gratuity, and if you have say siblings, then you can mention that siblings. I mean, siblings are being employed or siblings are doing some business or something. Okay. So if you have some siblings who are going to the school, okay, then don't talk about them at this point of time. Talk about parents and talk about elder people. Okay. That's pretty much. Okay. The next question is, when you apply for your visa, you will need to provide evidence of money being available to you. Will the money be in your bank account or your parents' account? So you need to tell that, okay, the money is available in my account or money is available in my parents' account, father or mother. Okay. So I prefer if you have money in your account, if, especially if you are going for a master's program. Otherwise, if you are going for a bachelor's program or undergraduate, like top-up degree or even foundation program, it's okay for you to have the money in your parents' account. Okay, you can say the money is available in my father's account because he has been saving my money for my academic purposes and so on and so forth. Okay, but give a very clear answer. Tell that the money has been there in the account for more than 6 months always. That should be very standard answer. Okay. Uh, so are any of these funds that in that account borrowed from other sources? Okay. You can say that no, I don't have borrowings money. So these are the money that is saved by myself, saved by my father. Okay. So you might have loans, but never indicate that you have loans. Okay. You never indicate that you have loans. Okay. And then if the question comes in that how long this money has been there in the account, 6 months. Okay. Do you have any family members or friends living in the UK? Unless they are your siblings, understand? Unless they are your siblings, you will say, no, I don't have any family members or relatives who are living in the UK. But however, I wish to make friends when I'm in the UK because network is network. Network is network because since I'm going to find a job and get employed as an international businessman or someone, so it's very vital for me to have industry contacts, know people from various part of the world, know people from the UK. So therefore, I intend to make good group of friends while I'm in the UK. So that should be the answer. Okay, so don't tell that my uncle lives there, my aunt lives there, and that will lead to a lot of problems. Immigration officer, I mean, if you're having into, they are going to take you to town with that. Okay, so be very careful. Even in the precast, do the same thing. Okay, I'm telling you with my experience because these are the things that you should always cover yourself. Okay, otherwise, if you leave the room open to be questioned, then you will have more questions. So don't let's try to make it very simple. Okay, and then the next question is, where are you going to live in your study period? This is very important. This is going to get asked definitely. You should do a independent research about accommodation available near to your campus. Get the campus address from the website. Use those postcodes. Use sites like Spare Room, Uniaco. Do a research. Okay. Technically, you should say that I am going to live within 20 minutes radius from the university. 20 minutes radius from the university, I'll be using public transportation, cycling or walking to go to the university. Okay. And the rental of this area is this much, 600, 500, 200, whatever. Okay. And then the room types are available, ensuite, shared rooms. Okay. University accommodation. Okay. Whatever type of the room that we are looking for. Okay. And the rental terms and conditions. So you can check with these people for free of charge when you use these softwares. I would say Uniaco or spare rooms, and then you can write the emails and exchange emails. You can say I have corresponded with few different real estate agents. They said the room rent will be 650. However, I don't wish to pay at the moment because there are a lot of scams. But I am aware of the bus routes, I'm aware of the postcodes, I'm aware of the rental, I'm aware of the room type, space, and everything. How far it's from the university? So I will be paying when I visit the room in person, physically. Okay, and that sort of answer. Okay. So last question that I'm going to discuss for the day because I'm going to throw everything to a head. Um, 20, question number 20 is what is the address of the university campus? So you have to learn by the address, campus address, you have to give the postcode. Okay. So Nottingham University, Nottingham Trent City, blah blah blah, postcode, what road, whatever it is. Okay. So learn by heart all this. So now I have discussed for about 20 questions within last half an hour's time. So I will discuss the next set of question in tomorrow's meeting. I'm going to have another meeting on tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to have another meeting on tomorrow at the same time, 6 o'clock. So I will be discussing from question number 20 to question number 40. Okay. So today is Saturday. Okay. So if I'm unable to complete up to question number 50, I'll take another day. Okay. So I'll be repeatedly doing this exercise until you prepare. Okay. When you prepare, then book me a individual sessions. Individual sessions. In first sessions, I'm not going to question. I'm going to look at your answers. I'm going to help you to redevelop your answer. Okay. I have some people who are here who has done the credibility into one pass. I'm not sure why they are here. They have to do it again. Maybe they change the intake. Um, then once you redevelop it, I'll do a mock one, and the mock two probably I'll be using a stopwatch. I'll be like evaluating your answers. I'll be correcting your answers because there are some tricks. Like for example, when you answer, you have to put more facts at the beginning. Okay, more facts, important facts at the beginning because towards the end, Even if you slightly exceed the time, even if your answer is stopped by the timer, still you are safe because you have told most of the important thing at the beginning. Okay, don't plan to give bulk answers at the end because you are going to struggle. So always release the pressure at the beginning and then go the sentences. Okay, so like that. These are the minor things that I can do with you when I'm having a session with one-to-one is because your answer style is different from someone else's answer style. So I have done for about 500 plus credibility interviews so far. Okay, and no, I have trained more than 500 people for this one since 2017, and no one has failed. Okay, so no one has failed. So don't worry. If you follow my guidelines, you are going to get passed definitely. Okay, so I have 5 minutes. If you have some questions, please drop in the chat box. Otherwise, just unmute and ask. Unmute kalahan puluwan. Any questions?
Mr. Manoj,
Yes, Mr. Viduranga, මාට session එකක් තියෙනවා අද 8ට
uh,
වගේ session එක. ඒකට එන්න ඔයාගේ තියෙන offer letter එක සම්බන්ධයෙන් සහ ඊළඟ step සම්බන්ධයෙන් කොටක් දේවල් කතා කරමු because you got the offer letter in this week, so we'll discuss if you have problem with regard to the offer letter at 8 o'clock. මම ඔයාලට separate link එකක් එවන්න හදලා තියෙන්නේ. හරි? Happy?
okay, Mr. Manoj, in 18 question, there is a where are you going to live during the studies? Okay, so
Uh,
there is a separate five parts of the that question. Have you made arrangement? If so, what is the complete address and cost of rent? This part is most probably this is a accommodation and also if you have not booked accommodation, what research have you done? What is the two difference of that questions? If I rent or
ඒ ගැන හිතන්න
if
එපා.
I
ඔයාලට එක guideline එක ගන්න එපා. It's only a guideline. Okay? ඔයා කියන්න මම search කරලා තියෙන්නේ Nottingham වල මෙන්න මේ post codes වල මෙන්න මේවා තමයි තියෙන rooms මේ වගේ average rent එක මේක මම මේගොල්ලන් contact කරලා තියෙනවා. නමුත් I'm not going to pay it. Okay? I'll pay it when I'm
Mhm.
there in person. I'll see the property and then I'll make payments. Okay? Nottingham නිසා ඔයා බයින්න එපා. Nottingham Trent is full of my people. Okay, even there are some restaurant owners and big, house owners. I'll arrange accommodation. I'll give you a postcode if you want. Ingana bayandi pa. So
Okay.
again, my agent has arranged an accommodation for me and he has given me this place. Whatever, ඒක no problem. මොකද agents ලට අහිම අයිතියක් තියෙන accommodation arrange කරන්න. Okay? මම ඔකට
Okay,
උත්තර දෙන්න.
Mr.
හරි. And මම වගේ in
Okay.
person meeting 8ට ගන්නවද පුතේ? I have few points to discuss with you. හරි?
On today, right?
Just like in
Okay,
1.5
okay.
hours time. හරි? Okay. හරි.
Okay.
තව කාටද ප්‍රශ්න තියෙන්නේ? මට විනාඩි දෙකක් තියෙන උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන්. නැද්ද? නැත්නම් ප්‍රිපෙයාර් වෙන ටට්ටක් ගාලා බුක් කරන ස්ලොට්ස් මට දවසකට කලින් පොඩ්ඩක් දෙන්න ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ප්‍රිෆර්ඩ් ස්ලොට් එක මොකක්ද කියලා. එතකොට මට ඒක arrange කරලා මගේ time එක adjust කරන්න පුළුවන්. Anyway, I will adjust it. මොකද මම දවස් 3ක් ලංකාවේ නැති වෙයි. I'm going for a small short holiday to Bali or some Singapore, but just for 3 nights only. ඉතින් ඒ දවස් ටික කරනකොට මම ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා මගේ පොඩක් schedule එක busy වෙන්න කලින් පුළුවන් තරම් ඉවර කරලා train කරලා යන්න ඕගොල්ලන්. That's my objective. හරි. ඔයගලන්ට ප්‍රශ්න නැත්නම් අපි හෙට හවස 6ට හම්බෙලා question 20 ඉඳලා ඉස්සරහට පුළුවන් තරම් කරගෙන යන්න. There are some serious questions. Okay, and university specific questions also. ඊළඟ session එකේදී මම ඒක ගන්නම් හෙට හවස 6ට. එහෙනම් until tomorrow 6 o'clock. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Manoj.
Good night, Viduranga.